They need to know that that is the problem, that you're connecting with them through that pain point and through that struggle, and you're able to help them overcome that challenge. So when they come to see you, that first appointment would be all about sleep and sleep challenges, and maybe the pillows they use or what they're taking at bedtime, when they're taking things, the supplements they take, etc. Because that is the pain point that you have managed to focus on and get them to understand, yes, this is our connection. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes, because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group, where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? So for the month of August, I've got something a little bit special lined up for you, my podcast listener. We are going to have 2 podcasts a week just for the month of August, because I really want us to look at some of the simple things around mindset and our business. And I just want to make sure that we've covered all of those things. So I just thought, well, if we do 2 a week, we can get through the 10 ideas that I've had that I need to talk about with you. Because businesses fail in their first few years. And why is that? And I think it's got a lot to do with mindset as much as anything else, and our systems that we're using. When we first start out, we've got bills from studying. It's cost us a lot to get where we are. And then we have to find clients from an empty base, and we have to figure out how to do that. But our mindset helps us, and our business mindset helps us to create that foundation. So when I'm working with people, I really get them to look at who their clients are, what they're doing, and how we can go about with our mindset to create the business we want. So now we're going to start today with pain points. Okay, so, and the reason I'm starting with pain points is we have to know who our client is. And that's not necessarily our niche. I talk a lot about niching, and there's information in the Academy about niching, but we do change, and our niche changes, and we can have more than one ideal client. But with these ideal clients, we need to figure out what their pain point is, what our client and our niche group are struggling with, and then how to help them overcome those challenges. And we need to do it in a way that's different to our competitors. So we do need to do that competitor research. And I think competitor research is really important. And we don't necessarily, when we're looking at competitors, need to look at people who are local to us. We should look at our neighbours. We should look at people in our own state, because that's going to give us understanding of how much people are charging, what they're charging for things. We can ask at Facebook groups what people are charging for supplements and herbs that they're making for clients, how they do those sorts of things. You don't even have to ask really, you can just do a search. But if nobody's asked recently, then you can ask. But when we're thinking about our client and their pain point, then that's where we go from with all of what we're sharing to the world. So pain point. Okay, say we're working in the area of pain. That seems like a logical one for today. So our ideal client has pain in their body. So perhaps our ideal client has pain in their back. They have a slipped disc. So their challenge is dealing with everyday life with a slipped disc. For whatever reason, it hasn't been repaired, or they've been in an accident and they have back pain. We can talk about back pain all we like, but we have to get them to understand that we are the person that they want to see. We have to connect. We have to create a connection with that client. And with that connection, there has to be an understanding between us, that connection, that way we talk to each other. you've got your headphones in and you're listening to me, you're connecting with me. You like what I've got to say, so you listen to me. And it's the same with your clients. They have to understand you. They have to want to listen to you. They have to connect with you and realize that you're the person that can help them. So our person has back pain, for example. Now, what is their biggest challenge? And it generally is actually with pain clients, is sleep. They can't rest. They're in pain, so they can't get comfortable. So when we're talking and when I say talking, I mean on your social media, on your Google My Business, on your website. So when I say talking, it's not necessarily verbal. Verbal is my way of talking to people, but for you, it might be the written word. It might be the spoken word as well. It might be that you can do lives. What is your favorite way of sharing and asking and connecting with your clients? And when you connect with them, what are the pain points that you're addressing? So your ideal client suffers from pain. They can't sleep. That is the pain point, not being able to sleep. Yes, they have pain because of the accident, slip disc, whatever it is. They have that pain, but they have challenges. And it's the challenges that we need to understand. What are they struggling with? And once we can understand that, then we can start creating the appointment that our client will want to come to. Now, if someone's in pain, one of their problems might be that they can't sit down. And we often have appointments that are too long. You know, I go on about this in the Finding Your Flow webinar that I do a couple of times a year. I show you how to break down that appointment into those 15-minute slots, because when someone is in a lot of pain or they've been sick for a really long time, then they do struggle with sitting down for 90 minutes with you. And we don't have to do everything in the one appointment. They know it's going to take time. They will want some quick resolutions. They will want some immediate answers and immediate change. It's like you take Nurofen for a headache or Panadol for a headache because it's going to give you that immediate resolution. But you're not actually thinking, or your client isn't thinking about the fact that they're dehydrated. All right. So we know that this person has pain for whatever reason, or the headache because they're dehydrated, but our person doesn't understand that. And you can't sell to that you're dehydrated or you're overweight and that's why your slip disc hurts you. You're selling to the problem. You're telling them about, because they know they've got their problem. They know they can't sleep, but they need to know that you know that that is the problem, that you're connecting with them through that pain point and through that struggle, and you're able to help them overcome that challenge. So when they come to see you, that first appointment would be all about sleep and sleep challenges and maybe the pillows they use or what they're taking at bedtime, when they're taking things, the supplements they take, etc. Because that is the pain point that you have managed to focus on and get them to understand, yes, this is our connection. So the business isn't about you. It was about you when you started. It was about you when you trained. It was about you that first day you stepped into college. You had some wonderful ideals and ideas about supporting other people and helping other people. And this is the way you were going to learn to do so. But now that you're qualified or almost qualified, we have to really think we're here about the client now. The client is our focus. We are no longer the focus. If we want to share our story, because our story can help people connect with who you are and what you're doing, then it has to be in a way that helps them connect and to understand, I had pain, so I became a naturopath. That's not my story. But if you were dealing with pain clients, that might be why. Or I've been a massage therapist for 20 years, so I understand pain. I know you can't sleep at night. I know you struggle with sitting in a chair for a long period of time, and I can help you with that by doing X, Y, Z. But we need to know what the pain point of the client is. Remember, you're going to have more than one niche. You're going to have more than one client. We need to think about how can we help this person. So that's your task for today. And I will see you in a couple of days' time for our second one in this series. And we're going to be talking about how long it takes to build that business and the struggles that we can have thinking about how long it's going to take to build that business. So if you've enjoyed today, don't forget, review and the stars and follow and subscribe and do all the things. And I'll see you in a couple of days, or you'll hear me in a couple of days. See ya. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.